What's this process been like getting prepped for the WNBA draft on Friday?
It's been an eye-opening experience for me. It's been a pretty cool one. Talking to different coaches, picking out an agent, selecting an agent, talking to my ex-teammates about their experiences through this process. So it's been fun and kind of leading up to Friday is the big moment that you kind of dreamed of as a kid. So today I actually got my draft kit in the mail today. So I got like a box of the 12 different hats for the different teams, as well as some cool gear. So it's a cool step and I'm excited for it.
Who have you kind of reached out to? You mentioned ex-teammates that have given you some advice during this process.
Yeah, so two that I played with, Sid Weiss, who was a senior my freshman year, and then Marie Gulich, who was a senior my sophomore year. So I've been in contact with them, talking about what were their emotions like leading up to that day and kind of their experiences going from college and transitioning to the next level.
Any particular thing that they said to you that stuck out?
I think one was just enjoy the moment, and then just not worry about it too much. Just know that like whatever team selects you is gonna have a plan, and just be you and show up every day to be the best you can be.
During this time, I don't know, are you at home?
I'm in Boise, Idaho, spending time with my sister, who's a Boise State University student.
Gotcha. I don't know what your circumstances are there, but how are you trying to stay basketball ready during this time?
Yeah, so it's actually been a blessing. One of my assistant coaches at Oregon State has a brother that lives in Boise, and he owns a gym that's close to the public, but he's allowing us access, has a shooting machine, has a weight room, so it's pretty much been perfect for staying in shape and getting your workouts in.
I know you like to stay on top of that stuff, so this is not a surprise at all. Have you been gearing up mentally for what Friday is going to be like? Do you know what your emotions are going to be like when you hear your name called?
Uh, I'm not sure if I'll know exactly how I feel until that moment really comes. I can picture it in my mind, but I'm just excited to find out where my next step will be, and just have the opportunity to continue to play a sport I love.
We know you to be a do-it-all player, an energy player. Um, I want you to kind of describe what you believe a WNBA franchise is going to get out of drafting you.
Yeah, so I think I rebound really well as a guard, so I'll bring that. I'll bring I finish well through contact. My mid-range game is really good. I'll bring a hard hat work mentality, that I know I want to maximize my potential. I'm going to bring it every day to be a good teammate, as well as to be the best I can be to contribute to that team in any way I can. So first and foremost, maximize my potential, and then be a good teammate for that organization.
You had a great run with us last summer. I want to shift back to that a little bit. Playing with the U.S. Pan American Games team last summer in Peru. Last May, coming into training camp, what are your thoughts coming here to Colorado Springs to compete with
Yeah.
that group of athletes?
Can't believe that was almost a year ago.
Yeah.
But going into the training camp was a really cool experience. It was the first time I've been a part of Team USA. I had been invited to one opportunity when I was younger, but I wasn't able to do it due to track and field. But having the opportunity to actually go to Colorado Springs, compete against some of the best players in the nation at my age group, was just an amazing experience. Staying in the dorms, kind of a throwback to my freshman year in college. But it was a great experience and got to learn from a lot of really knowledgeable and experienced players.
Who is your roommate out here?
During the training camp, it was Brittany Brewer from the team, and then Beatrice Montpremier from Miami. And then during the tryouts, it was Lindsay Pullman from Northwestern, and then also Kristen from Minnesota.
Gotcha. So you had a good group.
Yeah, they're fun.
What was that initial feeling like to be named to that team?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was nerve-wracking when they lined everybody up on the bleachers, started calling the names one by one in alphabetical order, and my last name is Pivec, so it's pretty far down the line alphabetically. And then right before my name was called, it was Mikayla, and I was like, okay, that's a good start. And then they said Wnba, and I was like, okay, good. She's really a player. The next name was then Mikayla Pivec, so it was a relief and excitement at the same time.
And fast forwarding, we brought you guys back together in July for a training camp. and then at the end of that month, you guys went down to Peru. Kind of explain that experience of first, coming together and getting those practices in here, but then also the experience of actually wearing that jersey and competing in international basketball.
Yeah, I still have kind of goosebumps when I think about the national anthem and wearing that jersey. But really awesome experience to get to know Brittany Brewer from Texas Tech and Beatrice and room with them throughout those 9 days in the training camp. Eating lots of really good food at the dining center and sharing stories with those teammates. And then I remember during training camp, we had some team bonding activities, went to a movie, did an escape room, and thankfully we escaped in plenty of time. So just really good bonding opportunities. I still stay in contact with a couple of those teammates, and I'll be rooting for them this Friday in the draft because I know a lot of them will be likely be picked early on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That I kind of spoke with Brittany and Bella about that as well. Is there's
Yeah.
kind of a lot of you from that team that are all going through the same thing together. Tell me about some of those friendships and who you were able to get close with, and what it's been kind of like to share this experience with them.
Yeah, so I obviously followed them throughout their NCAA career, and especially this past year, checking in on them and seeing how their teams are doing, sending them like good luck messages or hey, saw this, good job. Just staying in touch a little bit that way. But probably Brittany Brewer is the person that I've been in contact with the most, and some good friendships that will hopefully last a long time in the future.
I know you mentioned you still get goosebumps, when you
Mhm.
think about the anthem and think about wearing the jersey.
Yeah.
Um, what is that experience like? What does it mean to you when you're standing on that podium? Obviously, we were on the silver medal podium instead of the gold, but um,
Yeah.
just in that moment, how does that feel for the people who never felt that, which is a lot of people?
Yeah, we came up a little short of our goal of gold, but still, those memories will last a lifetime. Um, Dribbling at elementary school during recess as a kid, you have hopes of hopefully one day representing your country, and I was able to do that this summer or this past summer in Peru. So it was an amazing experience, and I'm thankful I got that opportunity.
Did you frame your jersey or anything? What do you have of
Yeah.
your USAB memorabilia?
Yeah, the jersey and then like the silver medal, my dad put in a little shadow box. So it has my jersey with my last name on the back, and then also the USA on the front, and then like a picture of our team, and then the medal as well. So really cool accomplishment that I'll remember for a long time.
Going through that experience and meeting those people and making those friendships, how do you think all of this USA basketball experience has shaped you as not only a basketball player, but as a person as you're about to embark on this next stage of your career?
Yeah, I think it'll only help. That experience will only help me going forward. Being in kind of like almost like an all-star type team is what these WNB teams are like. Everybody's good. Everybody is really talented, and it's trying to find your own role within that. So it helped me um, identify how I can contribute in a whole bunch of different ways. Not necessarily you don't have to be the leading scorer or the leading rebounder. It's how can you help your teammate be the best they can be, or how can you be a defensive stopper this possession? Just trying to do the little things to contribute positively to your team.